Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to a series of the course Oral Communication and Presentation Skills. This is me, Sir Hassan, and you are watching this video on my channel, which is Learn with Sir Hassan. So the things which we have already discussed in this chapter is chapter number 1. We have already discussed in our previous slides, and these are the topics that we have covered in our slide. If you haven't watched my previous chapter, go and watch it, and we have discussed a lot of things over there. So this is from here we're going to start from the chapter number 2, which is the personal skills. This is a chapter 2, topic number 1, which is word versus body language. First thing is verbal communication, second is the non-verbal communication. So the verbal communication means we are speaking with someone, we are talking with words, using the words with the help of our mouth. Okay, so word we speak or write is known as a verbal communication. Second point is only 7% of the feelings come from our words. Okay, on the other hand, if I talk about the second, which is the non-verbal communication, I'm going to discuss, which is 93% of feelings come from the body language. So only just 7% come from the words, and the 93% feelings come from the body language. Can you imagine that? Okay, the third point is the example. Can you finish this by Friday? What is that? It's just only speaking. Okay, let's talk about the example. Nodding means you are listening. If someone says can you finish this by Friday, other person, if you're speaking to someone, you're giving some instruction, so he says. So what he's doing, like he's giving the answer, meaning he's using his body language. Okay, clear words avoid confusion. If you are communicating verbally, so the clear words mean to say what they are avoiding the confusion between someone. Cross arms can seem defensive. Like I'm sitting like this, I'm crossing my arm, so it says like defensive. I'm making myself in defensive mode. Tone of voice also matter a lot. If I shout, "What are you doing?" and if I say, "What are you doing?" you can say it's also matters a lot. Smiling gives some people feel welcome. I'm just only giving a smile, which is doing giving a positive impact on someone else. Okay, now talk about the body verbal communication. First point I've just skipped. Just see over here, facial expression, gesture, posture means they are describing the non-verbal communication. And what are they are the body language. Okay, so we have discussed body language versus verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Let's move the types of body language. What are they? Body movements, how you move your hand, head or body. Example, waving hello, shrugging to say I don't know. So what are they? You are also moving your body. This is a type of body language. Okay, personal space, giving some space to someone. How close you stand with someone, standing close. Choose and feel uncomfortable, keep a comfortable distance with someone. If you're talking to someone, so you mean to say you have to give some distance. If you speaking someone within a very close way, so it makes someone uncomfortable. Voice tone and speed I've already discussed in previous slide. So means speaking slowly so shows seriousness, speaking fast shows excitement, shouting shows anger. Okay, touch, the handshake shows respect. If you're meeting someone, first of all you need to shake the hands. What it says, it's what it's giving respect to someone. A tap on the back shows encouragement, that if someone did a great work, so giving appreciation is known as appreciation. Always where is that? A pat on the back shows encouragement. Always be appropriate at work. Okay, time means being late to meeting shows disrespectful. Arriving early shows you are serious and professional. So these are the types of body language we're discussing over here. Appearance, how you dress and look creates your first impression. Dress neatly and dress neatly and appropriately for your place work. Okay, so these are the types of the body language. Let's move toward the next slide, which is verbal versus non-verbal key differences. Hard to control. We control our words easily, but body language often shows our real feelings without us knowing. If someone shout on you, you haven't given response to that person. You just keep silent. But from inner side, your body language is showing that you are very much angered that someone disrespect you, and you also want to give the response. So you just keep your mouth. You just stop at that moment, haven't give response, but your body is like become very much angry. So hard to control. Cultural difference. The thumbs up means great in Pakistan and other countries, but in some countries it's rude. Always be careful with that. Support the message. Nodding while saying yes, like yes, no. Your body and words match, so the message is stronger. Okay, you just only say yes. If you say yes by nodding means yes. You can say it's giving positive impact on someone's. Replaces words. Sometimes we wave goodbye instead of saying it. Yeah, I even say just body language replaces words completely. Can contacted words, what are they? Can contracted words, what are they? Saying I'm not angry while clenching your fists. People will do not believe your words. Okay, so what it means, like you are saying something but your body is explaining something else. So can contradict words are those things. Okay, let's move to the next slide, and the next slide is the next chapter, and I will just continue over here. So the next chapter is, you can say, the listening, how you listen. Okay, so the first slide of this topic, chapter number 3, is why is listening important. We listen more than we think. We listen more than we think. What's that? Almost half of our communication time is spent listening, more than talking, reading, or writing. People speak, we listen. So we can say that half of our time is spent on the listening things of the people. Listening versus hearing. What's the difference between it? Hearing just means sound reach to your ears. Listening means you actually pay attention and understand. Okay, so this is the main difference. Just listening means you just only listen the words, you're not giving it any you can say that attention. But hearing is that, and the listening is that you're giving the 100% concentration when someone is speaking with you or someone else. Okay, especially in the lectures, mostly people what they do, they only hear, not listen. And especially in the online classes, students mostly used to listen, just hear instead of listening. Okay, help to work. Good listeners make fewer mistakes, understand instructions better, and build stronger relationship. Leaders listen. The best manager and leader are great listener. This is a very important point. The best manager and the leader are the great listener. People respect and trust them more. If he is a leader, leaders listen. Okay, the best managers and leader are the great listener. They listen to your feelings, they respect to your feelings. Okay, so this is why the listening is very much important. Let's move toward the next slide, that ways of listen. That what are the ways of listening? Active listening, empathic listening, critical listening, learning listening, casual listening. Okay, let's understand what they are in detail. So the active listening is like give full attention, look at the speaker note and respond. Do not look at your phone, but you're just only looking at that person. You're just listening what he or she is saying to you. Empathic listening, what is that? Try to understand how the other person feel, not just what they are saying. Used when a friend is upset. Okay, empathic listening means like try to understand how the other person feels, what the feeling of that person. So that is known as the empathic listening. Okay, third thing is the critical listening. What's that? Listen carefully and think critically. You are just thinking. this is this information correct or logical? Mean to say, you are just thinking that someone speak to you, you start listening, thinking about that. Oh yeah, that was at that time I was just doing my homework. Okay, used in debates or meeting. Mostly people, it's like critical thinking. You just start thinking when someone speak. Okay, that was, you just trying to connect your feelings with that connection, that the wording the person is speaking at that time. Learning, listening, just like I'm speaking with you, listening to learn sometime news, like in a lecture, training, or tutorials. Okay, casual listening, normal listening is like listening for enjoyment, like music, podcast, or funny story from the friend. So these are all the ways of listening: active listening, empathic listening, critical listenings, learning listenings, and number first is the casual listening. And why, next topic is why people fail to listen properly. What are the reasons behind it? Noise and distraction. First thing, personal feelings, mind wandering, selective hearing, uh, pretending to listen. Why people fail to listen? So these are the points. Let's see these points. Loud environments, your phone buzzing, or people talking nearly make it hard to focus. Okay, noise and distractions. Second thing is the personal feelings. If you are angry, worried, or already dislike the speaker, you stop listening properly. If you don't like someone, so you don't listen that person. Okay, mind wandering. What's that mean? Our brain thinks fast than people speaks, so our mind goes off think about other things. Like if someone is speaking, you just start thinking something else. So this is what mind wandering is called. Okay, selective hearing. What's that? We hear only what we want to hear. Okay, ignore the rest. Very common and very dangerous for everyone. Okay, pretending to listen, that we are just, someone speaking, we just listen, like just nodding and smiling while not really paying attention. The speaker can usually tell. Okay, like you, someone speaking to you, you just busy in thinking something else, and you're just only giving response like you are not giving 100% concentration to that person. So this is known as the pretending to listen. Okay, so next is reasons we listen: to get information, to judge and evaluate, to build friendships, to solve problems. Number fifth is to show respect, to get information. Number first point, understanding what your boss, teacher, or colleague is telling you, so you can do your job correctly. Okay, to get information. Second is to judge and evaluate, deciding if what someone is saying makes sense, is true, or is fair. Okay, you just judging someone. To build friendship, people feels valued when they truly listen to them. It builds strong trust and good relationship. If you're just letting someone in, so it create a good relation with that person. To solve problem, you must understand the full problem before you can suggest a good solution. Okay, to show respect, listen shows you care about what other persons think and say. Show respect means listening shows you care about someone, so this thing would give the respect to someone. So this is all we have discussed in this chapter. So moving toward the next chapter, which is developing the presentation. This is chapter number 4. So let's start with our first topic of chapter number 4.1, which is what is an oral presentation. Simple meaning. First thing is, let's understand what in the simple meaning. It is when you stand up and talk to a group of people to share information, convince them, or motivate them. You are just communicating in the oral way. You're giving information when you just stand up, or you can say if it is when you stand up and talk with the group of people. You are communicating with your mouth, with your words. Okay, to convince them, to motivate them. Okay, what are the types? Second thing, informative, like teaching something. Persuasive means convincing someone. Number third is special occasions like award ceremony or welcome speech. Okay. Number third point is basic structure. What the basic structure of that? Every good presentation has three parts. Every presentation have three parts. Number one is a beginning, second is a middle, and number third is the end. Basic structure of oral presentation, that if you start speaking, so what's the beginning, what's the middle, and what's the end of it. Okay. Every good presentation, these are the, it's contain three parts. Okay. Number last thing is key ingredients. What are the key ingredients in it? A clear main point, knowing your audience, a strong start, a logical flow, and a memorable ending. So this is, you can say that the key ingredient of any oral presentation is, what are they? A clear main part, that what you want to speak, know your audience, who is your audience, to whom you are speaking, are they educated, or what your topic is it suitable for those audience. Number third, a strong start. You start in a very gentle and in a very informative way. A logical flow, like you speak in a very logical flow, like you haven't like ups and downs. No, you speaking in a logical flow, and a memorable ending for everyone. Okay. Second is 4.2 topic, setting your purpose before you present. What are they? General purpose, specific purpose, your main message, know your audience. General purpose, what you want to do overall. Okay. To teach, to convince, to entertain, to pick someone. So what's the main purpose you are speaking in publicly or in any audience? So what mean general purpose. Second, specific person. So what are they? You can say that before setting your purpose before you present, so you are mentally getting prepared for this. Okay. Specific purpose, a single clear sentence about exactly what you want. Example, I want to convince my team to use WhatsApps for updates instead of email. So I'm convincing my colleagues, my fellows in my office, in my working place. So it's a specific purpose. Means I'm convincing them to use a WhatsApp instead of using the email. So I'm convincing, this is my specific purpose. Your main message, like one sentence that sums up your whole presentations. Everything you say should support this one idea. Okay. Know your audience. Who are they? What do they already know about it? What do they care about? This change who you speak. It can just give some impact on it or not. Okay. So this is the setting a purpose before you want to present to anyone in the meeting or to any audience, or especially in a public speaking or anywhere. So mean to say, you need to start planning of whilst giving any oral presentation to anyone. Okay. Number 4.3 is developing your main message. It is just known as the thesis. What is a thesis? Keep it simple and clear. Where to put it? Everything connects to it. Okay. What is the thesis? It is your main point, the one big idea you want people to remember after your presentation. Okay. That's known as the thesis. Keep it simple and clear. Don't join other things, irrelevant or illogical things. Just keep it simple and clear, just like my lectures that I used to make my lectures in a simple and clear way, so that everyone can understand. Your thesis should be one sentence that is easy to understand and remember. Okay. Where to put it? Okay. Say it near the beginning so people know where you are going, and again at the end so they remember it. You should stick, in short, you should stick with your main topic. Okay. Everything connects to it. The heading is, every point you make in your presentation should connect back to your main message. If you're speaking something but that thing should connect your main topic, you should be you can say that in that surrounding, shouldn't go out that box. So you should not say anything other than your topic. Okay. So these are developing your main message or your thesis. So this is all from this chapter number 4, and I've covered 3 chapters in this single video. We have covered chapter number 2, chapter number 3, and chapter number 4. So I'm going to end this video over here. In the next video we're going to start chapter number 5, and inshallah I'm going to cover more topics. And I try to make a single video in which we're going to cover a lot of chapters. So stay connected with me. I'll be going to start chapter number 5 in my next video. Till then, see you. Allah Hafiz. Take care. Bye bye.